Pizzagate, Pizzagate, Pizzagate. Yes. Oh, Steve Bannon.
Right. Gamergate was about ethics in gaming journalism.
Here on the Skimbo Lounge. And for those of us who are just joining us, welcome. It's a brand new day for the Skimbo Lounge. Now, the wokest podcast that you'll ever find. The podcast of Joe Biden's America. This podcast is for everyone. I, of course, am Alex. And with me, as always, is Rory. Rory, anything you'd like to say?
Oh, hi there, Alex. Just had myself a wonderful morning with a calm vanilla bean coffee and
fair trade, I hope.
Oh, of course.
Cruelty free?
The fairest of trades.
Of course.
And the freest of cruelty.
Absolutely. You know, it's very important. We need to be conscientious.
Of course.
In Biden's America.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you know, on the Skimbo Lounge, we follow the money. And America has spoken. And not only have they chosen Joe Biden, but they have chosen a return to decency and wokeness.
Damn it.
We did the best we could.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a new day. We'll see. I'm excited for the violence to start.
Yeah, I mean,
excited's a weird word. I guess just, tensely waiting for it. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah, I guess more it's anticipation.
Yeah, that's probably a better word.
More so. I mean, I think
excitement.
It's you're wondering how it's going to happen, not when or if. Just how it's going to go. Like, my thing is, like, there's people partying in the street in New York City, and it's just going to be some guy who's like, fuck this, they're going to rub this in my face, turns over the engine, motor, and he just plows through a bunch of people in, like,
that'll probably be the way that it
downtown
goes.
Bushwick.
I'm hoping for something a little more comedic that we see in the news, where it's like, 4 suspected militiamen accidentally crashed at 60 miles an hour on a bridge on their way to trying to kill some governor in a state that you'd never heard the name of.
Well, I mean, it's real interesting, Roy.
Who the fuck is Chris Christie, and why do these people want to shoot him?
Chris Christie, I hope he gets a cabinet.
There's a New Jersey? No,
slow down. I hope Chris Christie gets a cabinet position.
Oh,
kitchen cabinet position. Because he's fat, like these people playing in the leaves in the park.
Yeah, we podcast across from this lovely park. It's actually, in the fall. I'm surprised it looks as lovely as it does because of all the snow that was on the ground. Usually it gives that kind of brownish, dead, unhappy look. But it's just so scenic.
Well, dude, it's
lovely.
It's November and I'm hot.
You can't see it, but it's lovely. Take our word for it. Yeah, what a weird, unseasonably warm day it is on the day that Joe Biden became the next president.
It's like the sun's going to go down in an hour. There was snow on the ground 2 days ago. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, it kind of gets to the point where you're like, I think the universe might be collapsing in on itself.
Aliens have shown up in orbit, and they've opened some sort of device and are draining the oceans of their water. I wouldn't, 2020, Tim, back to you in the studio.
Welcome to Biden's America.
Yeah. How did Biden slip this one up? No aliens showed up under Trump's presidency. Well, technically, Trump is still the president. Shut up, you cuck!
I was trying to comfort you. You've got 3 months left with him. Fucking.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. There we go. That's how we start the woke era of the Skimbo Lounge.
Yeah, well done. Are we getting our hate mail over that one? Maybe.
I'm going to end up bleeping it.
Oh, that's fine. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I realized.
That's very big of you.
It is big of me.
Yeah.
I'm learning. You see, I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm
so
growing.
Good. You're not going to try and alienate the audience anymore?
No, not at all.
No.
I want to bring. I think
you're feeling a little better, like a Beatles song. Today was just a new day.
I've turned over a new leaf.
Here comes the sun.
Give us your money. Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we got a Patreon now, so send us money, and I promise you butthole pics. Or whatever. What is that? That's more of our OnlyFans, probably.
Yeah.
Which is just a lot of dark stars.
It's pretty much, all being whole.
Yeah.
Pretty much looks like a child's volcano from science class.
And up next, a lot of pictures of Sharpies in my butt. Day one, already 18. Surprising.
What were you talking about with like a taxidermy butt plug?
Oh, yeah. It was another thing that my friends on the internet, some of my gaming buddies, brought to my attention.
Fans of 6-letter words.
Gamergate is about ethics and gaming journalism. Take that, Anita Sarkeesian. And so,
wow,
yeah, a lot of name drops. And yeah, they showed me a picture of like a possum head. I think it was I don't know what it was, but its mouth was open, so it's got its teeth, and all the hair was there. It's like somebody had taxidermied like some kind of rodent, like a shrew or something, onto the back of a butt plug. So it's like, you can put on the furry hat, and then you can also have it on the back, so they never forget.
Can you imagine? You're like, well, I don't know if I'd ever hook up with a furry. And then you like look at it more and you're like, I don't know, like maybe like a sexy cat girl, she throws on a pair of ears and a little butt plug tail, but it's a girl who's like, I gotta be dressed up like a shrew, like a vole, while you fuck me from behind.
It's still counterintuitive. Like,
tell me to tunnel through dirt.
Is that your children coming out of your butt then? I don't understand what the metaphor is. What's it for?
You better hope it's just a butt plug.
Sweetie, can you turn over? The eyes are looking at me again. I'm not going to be able to finish this way. I can't.
Might as well have invited another guy into here. I'd have an easier time looking into his eyes and finishing.
My shrew's butt plug, its name is Dennis, and you'll refer to him as such? All right, well, Dennis is staring at me. I can't do this.
Ooh, I nicked my groin on Dennis's tooth.
I know I said I'd be cool with this in the Tinder chat, but now I just can't handle it. I can't.
You have to understand something. Men will say anything for sex.
Yeah. You don't know until you try it.
We'll fuck the vole girl.
Yeah. It's not you. It's the vole in your ass. I thought I was going to be okay with it, but I didn't know until I tried it, and that's where we ended up.
It's very open-minded of you.
Well, you got it. Come on. You got to try. How do you know?
Yeah, again, we've talked about it a million times. Like, how do you know if you're a ball hog?
Yeah.
How do you know if you got an amputee thing?
Yeah, just a little bit of heroin.
Yeah, that's all you need.
A spoonful of sugar.
Just a little nip of heroin.
I wonder if we're just gonna ruin someone's life out there. Well, it was all downhill. See, I found a weevil on the end of a butt plug one day at the Dollar Safeway. And I tried it, and once Skimbo Lounge turned me right on that, it was basically 3 steps to heroin. And that's where things went down. Well, that's when they went downhill.
You say a weevil, like a boll weevil?
Yes.
It's very small. I don't know if you'd see that on the head of a butt plug.
You can see anything on the head of a butt plug.
Dancing on the head of a butt plug.
You can do things dancing on the head of a pin, and everyone's got to start somewhere.
I think that we should change the linguistics. Again, a lot's got to change.
Fine, that's what I said that you had a bridge with in the last... All right, what's it? It's a squirrel. It's a squirrel butt plug. Does that make you feel better?
A little.
Okay, good.
If I'm being honest.
Well, I'm glad then.
If the squirrel has fleas.
If the squirrel fits.
Fuck it.
It's awful.
I mean, you'd better hope it's not just like, oh, I like your gerbil butt plug. And she's like, what are you talking about? Oh, right. You weren't here when I put the PVC piping up my ass and reached into my gerbil cage and put little peanut up my butt.
That's awful. This is just a step to that. What if you lost that in your butt?
A live gerbil?
No, not like the whole butt plug.
Oh, I'm sure someone has.
Butt plug.
Can you imagine going to the ER with that?
Well, there's people who have had just massive dildos removed from them surgically. I've seen those videos. They are not great. I don't know how that shit gets released. If you're a doctor and some dude comes in, but dude, check this thing out. It's a fucking tree trunk.
That's got to be a huge HIPAA violation.
We had to pull it out of their stomach.
Wouldn't that just perforate your bowels?
Oh, that's why you're in surgery.
But it killed Mr. Hands. He got fucked to death by a horse.
Yeah, well, perforated is, he bled internally.
Yeah, it literally ripped his fucking
but
bowels
I feel like
open
Mr. Hands,
and shit went in his blood.
Well, no, but he would have survived, I think, but the shame kept him from going to the doctor as soon as he should have.
Well, then why were you filming it, I guess, was the question.
Got it? Hey, because if it goes right, you're going to be real mad if you didn't get that on tape.
This is really going to trigger the libs.
That's
when they see me getting fucked to death by a horse. Ooh!
This is going to be... What was the name of that woman in history? Got fucked by the horse, killed.
Wasn't it Catherine the Great?
Catherine
that allegedly used to fuck her horse?
Yep. Can anyone verify that out there? Can we get that? Can you send it to us on our Instagram?
Or as I like to call her, Catherine the So-So.
Must have been.
At that point. I mean, I don't think there's coming back from a horse.
Dude, I think about it. And
Do
then
you?
I go, I don't know. So when I was on the lacrosse team
Great.
in high school, we were on our way.
Were you the horse or the lady,
I feel like
Rory?
I've talked about this on the podcast before. This is a story I think we've already done, but for the listeners who haven't been around, we were on a trip to. It was a long trip to another high school to play these guys, and some sick depraved son of a bitch This was right when those like little portable DVD players were really popular, and somebody had a DVD of a chick getting fucked by a donkey. And, of course, every kid in high school, especially on the lacrosse team, goes, all right, I kind of want to see what that looks like. And then everyone immediately went, oh, my God. I wish I hadn't looked at that. So, naturally, I go over and I look at it, and it's just a chick getting tagged by a donkey. What do you think you're going to...
What did they think it was going to be?
I don't know what I thought, but I've seen that shit. I don't know. Like, and again, way to go, whatever guy did that, showing us all this highly illegal video of bestiality on my way to place. I'm sure we lost when we got there too. So it was a confusing day all around.
Because you guys couldn't get your heads out of the fucking girl getting tagged by a donkey.
I'm just sitting there on the field, can of tonic. Like, how did the dimensions of this are mind-boggling.
It's just you're doing did you ever take face-offs? Were you a face-off guy or no?
No.
Because you were D-midi, right?
I played defense and long stick midfield, yeah.
Okay.
So I was mostly defense. I was that guy who they like made me do all the defensive running for another midfielder so that he wasn't gassed when he was like scoring the points.
So you're
looking
decoy.
good.
You were Scottie Pippen in Game 6 of
Yeah,
the
I just ran
98
around
finals.
and would end up like having to go for the ball and getting just trucked by huge fucking asshole lacrosse players.
There you go.
I assume they were assholes. I mean, I only got to interact with them on the field, but I assume they also beat their girlfriends. Horrible. That's terrible.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I get sued by MMU former lacrosse player sues podcast over inflammatory comments.
Fucking cuck libs.
More at 11 at this day when there is absolutely no other news.
Because everything got fixed by Joe Biden getting elected.
Everything. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if Joe Biden, the sky opened up? Every day shall be beautiful now.
Is it raining gummy bears?
Oh
wow.
my God, it is. They're weed gummy
They're
bears.
laced with acid. Oh.
I got a PCP gummy bear. So it just shrugs down the road. Well, got to be careful with the drug gummies raining from the
Take
sky.
what you can get.
Everything else is pretty cool.
Look, Casey Musgraves is doing naked handstands.
Oh, boy.
Thanks, Joe Biden. You know who I think about the most out of this? Like, everyone's like, oh, Trump, he's barricaded himself in the Oval Office, or he barricaded himself in the shitter, and like,
I hope he does. I hope he does. What a wonder. Think about that. If the police have to show up to the White House, I want there to be a video of him getting physically dragged down the White House steps. No. They like grabbed him while he was on the crapper, so his pants were already around his ankles.
Stop it, I'm paradogging.
Yeah.
Please.
There's a little bit of poo coming
Have
out of
some
him.
humanity.
And this is the one time that all journalists and news organizations agree they do not censor a thing.
Yeah.
Flip him over. America
Sources
just
say
sees
he tried
Trump's
to wipe
tiny
his
dong.
ass, but it was like wiping the tip of a marker.
Yeah.
It just didn't stop.
You're just watching them drag him through it. His hair not combed over properly. So it
Big
just looks
skunk
like
stripe
shit.
of shit down his back of his neck.
I think that'd be great.
Stop it.
Wouldn't that be just like what a better way to end the last 4 years?
But this is what I'm talking about. Everyone's coming up with all these fanciful scenarios for like, what do you think's going through his mind right now?
Nothing's probably going to happen.
But this is who I'm more concerned with. And not concerned, but just like what I wouldn't give to be a fly
Rudy
on the inside of
Giuliani.
her head.
Oh, yeah?
Hillary Clinton.
Right now? Yes, this is wonderful.
No, you got to figure she's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, really? Yeah.
He beat me and then Joe Biden beat him? A literal stump.
That's all we needed. We needed 4 years. And again, it was apparently too close, for comfort in a lot of ways. But everybody knew a lot of those states were going to go red anyways. I think that the thing that ended up winning it for the Democrats was that people don't necessarily need to like Joe Biden. They just needed to hate fucking Trump.
Right.
That's all it was. That's what won Joe Biden the election. It was just enough people. And again, he crushed in the popular vote. We all know that doesn't fucking matter. It's all about the Electoral College. And a hell of a lot of liberal people don't live in the fucking Corn Belt. So Trump's going to win that shit. Because all Trump has to do is start a trade war and then fuck up those people's, their wages and their livability. And then you fix it for them by bailing them out with a subsidy. And then everyone fucking in those states loves Trump. Oh, thank God you fixed that problem you created. And I get frustrated by it. But
I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
I could ramble for hours about the dumb things Trump did and then fixed to win people's support. Like, look, he fucking cares about us. It's like, no, he doesn't.
Well, that's the thing is like also everyone being
Joe
like,
Biden cares about you either, but Jesus Christ.
Joe Biden doesn't know where he is right now. I think it was Tim Dillon who had the tweet that was like, somebody wake up Joe Biden and tell him he won the presidency.
Somebody tell him he was nominated. And he won.
It's a clear path to President Harris. And you know what? I'm super down for that because it would be cool to have a president that you can masturbate to.
Oh, that's fun.
I think
that's where you're going with that.
Real fucking attractive.
I thought you were going to go in a different direction. But no, masturbation. We're going to put down bets. Do you think Biden's going to die in the next 4 years?
Well, Rory, we're a woke podcast now. Don't you think it's in poor taste to have a death pool for the for the president-elect?
Yes. Is that going to stop us?
Well said. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think that's the cover art is just Joe Biden as Deadpool.
Just laid in state in a Deadpool mask. 1,000 fedoras were flung at him in tribute.
Huzzah!
We'll all shave our neck beards and sit shiva for Joe Biden.
The Skimbo Lounge, now the proud podcast of neck beards everywhere. M'lady.
Honestly, we should. We should just be a hard, incel rights, like men go their own way podcast.
I'm pretty woke, so who wants to go out and get some coffee with me?
I agree. Women have it very hard. Men constantly slobbering all... Oh, excuse me. Let me dab the corners of my mouth here.
Who wants to go to a pool party?
No, we're actually playing pool. We see ourselves
so woke.
as hustlers. Even though the last time I hustled was to an open buffet at Pizza Hut.
Would you like to see my dragon tattoo?
Let me wipe off your seat for you, madam. Yeah, and he just wipes a grimy cloth on his own face.
That was my hanky.
That's just a joke. I don't eat pussy.
Really taking swipes at the neck beards. Yeah,
I would never do that. That's fucking gross.
Where are you going?
Wait, come back.
Oh, that's awful.
You can suck my dick if you can find it.
I have not seen it in years.
You just got to push a little. I think about that. I don't know if I told this story on the podcast or not, but my voice teacher was like a fairly humble brag, but was a pretty prominent guy in the music world.
He trained the original cast of Rent, if I'm
Trained
correct.
the original cast of Rent.
Do you know what that is, everybody out there?
And then he trained me, and I ended up shooting up inside the projects when I lived in New York City. Yeah. So good for him.
Well, you started to get farther with him when he started losing his clout, right? Isn't that something happened? He had been far removed from the scene.
He aged out. He lives in South Burlington. I'm not trying to shit on him. He's a good dude. But...
No, shit away. He's listening and just this tiny violin starts playing, a little tear. I was going to get him so many parts when this was over.
I was going to put him in a local production of Annie. As Annie.
As Daddy Warbucks.
I
just see you as Annie now. I think I'm gonna like it here.
It's just me at the White House. Joe Biden has adopted me.
Just thinking about you in a curly wig. No.
It'd be such an amazing con if we got Joe Biden to adopt me thinking I was an 11-year-old girl.
Stop calling me Daddy Warbucks. Yes. Maybe that's the art now is you in an Annie wig, Joe Biden as Daddy Warbucks.
Jesus Christ, that kid's huge.
Who's the rooster dude? What's his name?
Rooster.
Yeah, is it just Rooster?
That's his name is Rooster.
I don't know. Who's Rooster? Is it just...
I think that's you.
I'm going to say it's just Chris Christie. Lindsey Graham. Ah! Watch me flip on Trump soon.
Yeah, right? Like rats from a burning fucking ship.
It's not great.
But anyway... Bill Reed, I'll drop his name. Good guy.
Sure, yeah. Look him up. Follow his Instagram.
Join his cult. No, but he trained a lot of people who were a big deal in the music world. And he crossed paths with a lot of these people. And he was telling me, I go back to all of this is the neckbeard Chris Christie thing. I think it's very funny when fat guys can't find their penis. And this is a story about that because apparently Pavarotti, when women used to service him, he had to sit naked on a stool.
Yeah.
And they would have to get on their hands and knees
and lift his fat
and hoist his fucking gut up and basically tent it on their own head while they sucked his greasy ragu dick.
Talent gets some crazy shit done for otherwise very unattractive people, I guess.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Can I imagine sucking Pavarotti's dick is what you're asking? Regretfully, I guess I could think about it.
Well, imagine no more because Rory, we've got him here. Luciano Pavarotti. just naked waddling towards you.
Oh, skeleton.
He's very dead.
Yeah. Ew.
What happens when fat decomposes? Like when Chris Christie does die?
Does it just sit in your like as goop? Or to like I imagine that worms eventually get in and eat you to your bones or something, right?
I mean, is there any...
Maybe that's why they fill you with so much formaldehyde. Maybe something the coroner does. He's like, we got to get that fat out of there and replace it with something less edible.
We just got to burn this guy.
Like, never, if the mortician starts handing out candles, you do not accept those candles. That's all I got to tell you.
Yeah. Not at a Chris Christie funeral where the only thing visible in the casket is the head.
So where'd you get these oddly McDonald's smelling candles? It smells like a Wendy's Baconator in here.
No, you know what you have to do with him is
why
like
does
those
my husband
people...
look so thin?
My God, he's in a regular person-sized coffin. This can't be right.
We must be saving thousands.
There was some town that a dead whale washed up on the beach.
And they
like,
blew
we
it
have
up.
to get rid of it, so we'll blow it up. And
Yeah.
like pieces of flab the size of mattresses were like careening into cars.
Yeah,
and pancaking
pancaking a bunch of cars. Yeah, I remember that they caked the whole fucking. Somebody figured it out afterwards. Like, oh yeah, no, that was stupid of us.
We would have told you not to do that if you'd asked.
Can you just imagine being there? Like, we're giving a send off to Pudgy the whale. Like, what do you think is going to happen though when you fill a whale full of? What did they think was going to happen? I don't understand. Who thought that was a good idea?
I think they thought it would atomize.
Why?
Because they're clearly stupid.
Why? It's not. You're not dropping an A-bomb on the fucking whale.
We got to get rid of this whale. We could cut it into pieces and remove it, or we could just fill it with dynamite, light it, and run.
Listen, if I was the guy that got to come down to the decision, I might have made it anyways. Just be like, I can't wait to see what all these fucking people do.
Honestly, now that you say that, I take it back. They weren't stupid. They were geniuses because they're like, we'll never get another opportunity like this.
Yeah, we're never going to get to detonate a whale ever again.
Not until Chris Christie dies.
Unless we pay that guy at SeaWorld just a little extra.
Oh, my God.
All right, guys. They're just handing back alley briefcase off to some fucking creep at SeaWorld so they can fuck. We got to get our fix again.
We filled a pool with napalm and let Shamu swim in it.
Yeah. Light him up.
Oh, fuck.
I haven't had this much fun, so we dounced Flipper and Agent Orange. Oh.
I love it. I love being a woke podcast, dude.
Yeah, we're doing great.
It's great. Because now's the time, man.
Because now we can do anything.
Yeah.
We already set the precedent, so now we can do whatever we want.
Because when Republicans are in control and there's a genuine threat that the alt-right might take control of our culture, then it gets harder to make these kind of jokes. But now that we have a liberal president in office, we can get away with anything. Because we're not up against, like, we're not fighting for the culture. You know what I mean?
Sure. Now everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be
It's
better.
fine. You can be as racist as you want. Rory, go ahead. Say a racial slur.
And then just cut to Girl from Ipanema starts playing.
And I do not bleep it.
Just cut to the background. No, why'd you go for the worst one? Why?
Rory's got a couple 6-letter words he's been dying to say.
No.
Now he can in Joe Biden's
A
America.
couple.
Oh. Did you... Okay. Jeff will appreciate this when he listens to the podcast.
Friend of the pod, Jeff.
Friend of the pod, Jeff. He posted a video on his Twitter that literally made me cringe all of the skin off my face.
That's pretty hard to do because you're pretty immune to secondhand embarrassment in a lot of ways. Like, you got to watch this and I die halfway through. I still haven't finished Uncut Gems. Go on.
Oh, yeah. I get on this fucking podcast. I'm like, so anyway, this girl comfortably in the 300s sat on my head. And as the life left me, I thought, I think I've got a boner. And like, you know,
As I blacked out, I went, this is a good way to go.
yeah, I hope my parents find me. It's a video of the end of Avengers Endgame. And spoilers for people who haven't seen it, I don't fucking care. It's not The Godfather. It's Avengers Endgame. It's corporate slop.
It's entertainment, and it's not... I mean, it's not cinema, it's entertainment.
Sure, yeah. So it's the
It
end.
ends with them saving the day. They save the day.
The good guys win. Oh, fucking shocker. But it's like when all of them come back. So it's like Donald Trump is Thanos. Someone superimposed his face on Thanos.
Yep.
And Biden's face on Captain America. And everybody comes through the portal and everybody's got a face. I think it was Pete Buttigieg as Spider-Man, the young fresh-faced boy. Who was Doctor Strange? Oh, Bernie was Doctor Strange, which I feel like that's a jab. Vermont hippie. His ideas are so far out there. He wants everyone to have health care. Yeah. We're just going to magically pay for health care. So he's Doctor Strange. God damn, who was Kamala? I don't remember. But Barack Obama was Black Panther. Oh, Kamala was one of the...
One, of course he was.
It was Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, and Barack Obama were the like three people from Black Panther. And
go on.
Hunter Biden was Thor, which is kind of fucking funny because it's like, you know, in the movie Thor's a burnout.
Yeah, he's kind of a dumbass.
So that's kind of cute.
Look at him with his gut.
AOC was Captain Marvel. And then the worst, most offensive one was they made Andrew Yang Wong from Doctor Strange.
Somebody thought they were doing such a good job.
Dude, I look at this and I go, this is either genius level satire
Or the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
the most embarrassing. This person should fucking kill themselves.
Did you ever find out whether they thought like, I am so clever, or whether they were like, I'm so fucking clever?
Well, the thing is too that gave it away for me is at the end, like the Guardians of the Galaxy show up or some shit.
Yep.
And one of their faces is Sean Connery.
Just please tell me it's the raccoon.
I can't remember, but I'm like, that is fucking hilarious.
Great, eh?
That's great. But so maybe the person who made it was just like, whatever, people eat this up because they're stupid. And I applaud that. Take advantage of the crowd.
I'm kind of sick of the cult of personality. We've all been paying attention to politics for like, I don't know about the rest of everybody. I've been paying attention heavily for the past couple of weeks leading up to, well, today, really. Yeah. I wish I could take a break, but I feel like from here on, like, it's only going to get more intense for a couple of weeks.
Oops, I shut my mic off.
Yeah, you did. I was like, where do you go?
There's a fucking runoff election coming. We won't people will be talking about this until January.
Yep.
I mean, and Trump's now a lame duck. We'll be talking about it till January.
Well, it's the fear of what is he going to do between now and then out of spite.
Right.
That's the worry for me. Is he gonna try and pull the house down because he no longer gets to live there, so to speak?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I think best case scenario, least funny, but best case is Trump flees the country and never comes back. And we just don't have to fucking deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
Funniest case scenario is them dragging him naked down the White House steps like we discussed earlier.
Funniest scenario is he turns the White House into Tom Cruise's house in Risky Business.
I can do what I want. Yeah, he just demolishes the White House and rebuilds it in the next 3 months.
It's just a giant Trump casino now.
Everyone's like, oh my God, it's just the tackiest. Look, everybody loves gold. We all know gold is the best. So the whole inside is plated with gold.
Okay, listen, I took shits in every room.
Also, the construction company that I made to do this project went bankrupt and you have to give me more money. And I'm going to sue you.
Anyway, I got to catch a plane to Belize.
It's just going to be another couple of months of him fighting and flailing and talking about how it's rigged.
Yeah.
I just don't understand at what point people just... it's going to... Do you think Twitter's going to deplatform them all? Now that they you really can't... You can't silence the president, but can you silence the former president?
I don't see why you would at that point.
Well, they make a ton of money off of it.
Exactly.
That's the reason. But there's a lot of people that they've deplatformed they may also made a ton of money off of. It just depends on whether or not they set a bad precedent and they lose a bunch of people. Like, I think if people were willing to go to Twitter and go, there's like 300,000 people willing to sign off of Twitter forever if you don't get rid of this son of a bitch, because he's basically like a third of this whole fucking thing is Trump arguments now.
Yeah, but 300,000 people like you and me, or 300,000 blue checks who matter.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
I like the people they do instead. They're just going to do like another "We Are the World" song and stuff. We've got to deplatform awful Trump.
They already did another We Are the World, and it was the Imagine video with Gal Gadot.
Yeah, well, that's... So a third one, I guess?
Dude, that... I fucking absolutely... And we talked about it on...
They just sing Who Got the Hooch. I think this speaks volumes.
That would be fucking great. Dude, celebrities fucking crack me up. They just cannot stop. They cannot get enough attention.
No.
You know who I've turned on in a big way lately?
Who's that?
Jack Black. I am fucking done with Jack Black.
Why? What did Jack Black do?
Because
I love him.
Because he's constantly just like, get out there and vote. Yeah, watch me eat a meatball sub for democracy.
Well, at a certain point, it gets pretty redundant. It's not just celebrities. It's all of... It's like everybody. Absolutely everybody for the past 3 weeks. And I'll put... That's like who's on my shit list if we want to do it. It's you guys. It's everybody.
It's all of you.
Really? Do you need to remind everybody to vote? Do you? The next day?
Dude.
Hey, everybody, reminding everybody that you need to stay out. Hey, guess what, guys? It's not over till all the ballots are counted. Everybody breathe. But it's not just one person saying it. It's fucking all of us saying
It's
it.
everybody on your
Everybody's
Instagram
saying
and
the same
everyone on your
fucking thing.
Twitter.
It drives me nuts. Hey, guys. Let's try to be a little more original. We all are in the same boat, and I get that, and you want to express that solidarity, but this isn't like that. It's not like there was like some random, everyone was like, everyone just stay away from Twitter for the day to raise awareness for something actually important. It was everybody like, it's okay. Everybody hang out. Remember to do this thing that we're all, how could you avoid it? Who do you think you're talking to? That one bugged the shit out of me a little bit.
What, all the voting impetus?
Everything.
Or...
Just, at a certain point, I'd be like, are you fucking serious? Who didn't say that in the past 3 or 4 weeks?
Well, and also I look
every celebrity, everyone that I know did the same thing. Everybody, anybody who does like the regular like Instagram stories or regularly tweets like their own shit from their own blog.
Yeah, and it's not like I went on Instagram one day and was like, well, I wasn't going to vote.
I'm
and
sure
then the guy
Facebook's
that I
the same
watched
way.
eat his own shit in college told me to. So
Yeah.
I've changed my mind.
Yeah. Remember that time we got wrecked in college? Make sure to vote.
Remember that time we took on the entire women's softball team in an abandoned hospital? And those were good times. Anyway, remember to vote.
Remember that time I got C. diff and wrecked the bathrooms? Well, there's something important that I think you might be forgetting to do this election season.
Listen, I know you watched me shoot heroin into my eyeballs, but you should definitely vote.
That got dark quick.
Woke
Remember
pod.
that time you watched me use that rat as a pillow underneath the old bypass out on the freeway?
Remember that time you watched me eat out one of our professors?
Well, there's an election coming up.
And if you don't vote I want you to vote for, fuck you.
It's just my 2 cents, but you've got a civic duty.
Democracy is very important.
Also, who wants to loan me $15 so that I can pay back Gator without having to give him a blowjob for my crank this week?
Now, I get it. I've blinded a homeless guy when I was a teenager, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go out there and vote for Joseph Biden.
Oh, thank you, Matthew Broderick. What a great...
That was Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Apparently, he didn't blind the guy. The guy was already blind. But I like to perpetuate the idea that which doesn't make it better.
Yeah, you beat up a nearly blind guy instead.
He fish hooked like a homeless, half-blind Vietnamese guy. And like the rumor for the longest time was, he blinded that guy in one eye.
And I don't regret it.
And Mark Wahlberg
Check
like,
out my abs.
Guess what? He was already blind.
Holy shit, Mark fucked up that blind dude. How is that any better, Mark?
Nah, guess what? He'd already lost sight in that eye. I just gave him cognitive damage.
Yeah.
I just made his left hand useless, okay?
Yep. Did that thing where he his body tries to breathe out while he's on the ground and makes those grunting noises.
Remember to vote.
Real depressing shit.
Hashtag U.S. Army. Hashtag U.S. Navy.
Now, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom and put this Vol in my ass. Sorry, Vol butt plug.
Yeah.
You really got to make the distinction now, I guess is what I'm trying to say to everybody
Yes.
on that point.
Words matter in
Yeah.
Joe Biden's America, everybody.
The distinction is important now.
When you're
Technology,
making love. Yeah.
since consent is so important, and since technology has gotten to such an amazing place.
You need to be specific. You can't just say, why don't you fist me tonight?
Yep.
You have to specify if they mean a human fist or a rubber fist.
Yeah. And that's real love.
Truly.
It's the party distinction between a Coke and some Coke. So you gotta know.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What's the thing like? I ate grandma or whatever. It's like the little punctuation thing.
I ate grandma.
Yep.
Or I ate grandma.
Something like that.
Or I ate grandma. I don't know. That one's not as good.
Or I ate out grandma. Like,
I ate out grandma. This is fun.
truly.
Oh, no.
It's tough. I mean, now that we're woke, it kind of limits what we're able to talk about.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
If we're going to be truly
No,
conscientious.
we can talk about anything we want. It just depends on how positively or negatively we end up reflecting on what we're talking about.
Yes. Well, that's the line with satire. That's the whole trick with satire is you need to make a clear distinction between your effort and the thing that you're satirizing. Elsewise, you just contribute to that which you satirize.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. I worry
went
about
to college.
I worry about Poe's law.
Yeah.
You know, what if people end up, taking me super seriously? Is the difference between like no, it's like before, we were like the Jews, and now we're like the Jews.
Jews rock.
Hooray! And it's just that easy to change between Trump and Biden.
There is some comic who made that
That's the worst
joke,
thing
which was
ever.
like, it's the only word that it's like, oh, I think it was Louis C.K. actually.
Oh, was it?
Let's bring him back into the fold. Fuck it. Can he get a cabinet position?
Maybe. It depends on how quickly and readily he is to apologize.
Secretary of the Interior or something like that?
Secretary of jacking off in front of women.
Mind if I jack off in front of Putin?
Did you hear the rumor about Putin?
That he's dying?
Well, there's that he has Parkinson's.
Mm.
I think is what it was. But obviously the Kremlin's like, no, that's not true.
Yeah. But there again.
Watch out for those ice picks, bitch.
Yeah, there again.
Oh no, I've been stabbed with that ice pick covered in polonium.
If he truly is sick and preparing to step down, we're never going to know.
I had heard that the first discussion was that he had actually discussed like stepping down within the next 6 to 10 years. And that was just because he was getting older and it's time to like move on and retire and let someone else step in and start, controlling the country.
Time to work on your passion, which is having sex with tigers.
So he likes having sex with tigers and building tiny wooden ships and bottles.
Yes. And then gassing the little men that work on those little ships.
Yeah. And then shoving that up the ass of a dissenter.
He's just farting
Oh no,
into
you
a
missed
ship
a hand
in a
me.
bottle.
And just the wooden ship, it ensures death.
The Russians just have the technology to shrink people down. He puts all his political opponents in a tiny ship in a bottle and farts into it.
Oh no.
I cannot breathe. The sulfur. Oh my God, my eyes.
Oh. Yep, just taking cracks at Russia until they own us in like 6 to 10 years.
Oh, that's gonna be the Chinese.
Yeah, maybe. It all depends on the way the economy goes.
Although I read-
hey, we're gonna call in that money you owe us.
Yeah. Well, I read an article that was like the world's estimation of China is at like an all-time low. That China had like a minute where they were really positioned to be like global superpower. People trust China. People are psyched about China. And then like China fucking farted at a quiet moment. Like the most popular kid in school died, and at his funeral, China just farts.
Well, I see it like at least when you're looking from like a stock, like a market perspective. I think people are going to start investing a shit ton of money in China when it comes to vehicles. Not necessarily all green technology, but especially like electronic vehicles. Any company that puts in like those EV battery stations that everyone's going to need once like every car becomes electric, and you can't get from one side of China or America or Canada or whatever it is without stopping at a couple of them to power up, to charge. And there's a couple of companies out of China that are going to be huge for that. And because of all of the land, if you bet on the right company, you're going to turn like $6 a share into like $600 a share over the next 5 to 10 years. So I think people are investing in China in that regard. But in terms of like their overall view of like the government, I think that's as low as it's ever been. I think business-wise, it's like anything else. There's a buck to be made, and there's so many fucking people in China. Any company that is investing money that is going to be like a commodity bought by the Chinese people are going to be buying that shit forever. Just there's too many. It's the population.
Well, you guys heard it here. That's Rory's investment tip. Buy Chinese batteries. Doesn't
NIO.
matter what kind. Just buy Chinese batteries.
Look at the stock NIO.
Yeah.
Go do it. You won't take financial advice from this comedy podcast.
We're here to make you rich, you fucking pig cretins. I'm back,
shit.
baby. Beating up on the audience. I was on the ropes, and now I'm back.
Hooray.
I'm ready.
What do you got to say to him?
Fuck you guys.
Oh, that's so inventive.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Best part of all of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and winded up a stain on the mattress. If you must know.
I'm taking my toys and I'm going home. Fuck you guys.
Oh, man.
That was always
I think
a
we're
fun
secretly just conditioning people to love it when we talk directly to them and go, you're fucking scum.
thing. Fuck you. I'm taking one of your Batman toys. I'm going home and playing with it by myself. That's mine. Fuck you. I don't care.
I'm going to put your Boba Fett up my ass and break the head off.
I'm going to make a little house out of Legos for your toy to play in, and you can't come and join me. I put them together, but then I forget to make a door. I don't have a door big enough. And how do you make hinges with Legos? Oh, my God. I've ruined this.
You just pour lighter fluid on it, light the match, and walk away. At that point.
No, because see, then all the Legos melt into a big pile of plastic, and I just smash my face into it. Like Lego Man. I just go to school a freak.
Actually, be a good way for you to make friends, Rory.
That's why they call me Mr. Glass. And I
know why they call me Mr. Glass.
Is it because you smashed your face? That's why they call me the Lego Man. It's because you smashed your face into burning Legos as a child. Yes, I already told you that.
Well, aren't you the smartest kid in class? Yeah. Please stop trying to attach other Lego pieces to the bricks in my face. Yeah. It's not funny. I walked around with a pirate on my eye for a week.
Nobody told me. I couldn't see it out of my peripheral vision, and I try not to look in mirrors. Yeah. That was my childhood, but the surgery's been great.
Yeah,
you can't even tell anymore, except for my strangely Lego brick-like facial hair.
They just took skin from your ass and put it on your face.
Click, click, click.
Suddenly.
Secretly, my ears are Lego bricks. You didn't notice until today.
Yeah. Your little headphones when we broadcast just click right on.
Yep. If you hear a snapping around me, don't worry, I'm just trying to put something back on. Oh, my nose!
Rory can just change his hair by yanking it off and just snapping a new style.
Snapping a new one on. I only ever pick afro and just disgruntled. Fucking, I'm going Walter White. I just pull it off. Bald.
You just have a giant hollow knob in the top of your head.
Mm-hmm. Put on a pork pie hat.
That's hot.
I'm the one who knocks. No one takes me seriously, though. If I was ever in Breaking Bad, like it would be the end of like episode 3, and one of those guys just like shoot me, and then Vince Gilligan. Just the credits. That's it.
You're just huffing paint thinner. You're like, I'll suck your cock for $20.
Episode. Bum, bum, bum. Brr, that music plays and it's over. Well, he had a good run.
You'd make a good corpse on like what is it?
CSI Miami.
Law and Order or something. Yeah.
This guy's really pale for Miami. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, he's dead, Jim. He's a pale for a corpse. He's dead. But I mean, like, I've seen a lot of corpses that, dead.
We
pale.
care
Look
when
at this
a
guy.
beautiful woman washes up dead. But this current murder pales in comparison to that. Yeah! Cut to your very upset parents just crying.
Yeah, they're standing right there just looking at my body.
Identifying your body. You've just got a fucking half a surfboard coming out of your ass.
These guys are doing air high fives. That was a good one. All right, let's go get bagels. And they just don't. I'm the first episode they don't solve.
Yeah, right.
Well,
honestly.
Maybe it was a shark or something.
No.
Well, I'll put that in the report.
No one gives a shit. And you've just got a message written on your chest. It's like, you know what you did, Miami-Dade police.
Yeah.
Open and shut case.
Yep. And it's just them fucking listening to Teenage Wasteland doing blow in the evidence room.
That song's called Baba O'Reilly.
Yeah, you're right. I always do that. Thank you. Seth Rogen from that Freaks and Geeks show.
Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah.
That Freaks and Geeks show? What is happening? Are you having a stroke over there?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You haven't seen the left side of my face gently sloping this entire time?
Hey, you guys.
I'm slowly turning into some visitors alone.
Welcome to Skimbo Lounge. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's fun.
The thing is, the rumor about him for the longest time was his fat head couldn't get out of his mom's twat.
No. He got nerve damage.
So they used the salad tongs to pull his fucking head out.
That's what they call it in the medical world.
Yes.
Get the tongs.
Get the good ones. The ceramics.
Hold on, before I go in there, you gotta clack them first. All right, they're ready.
Yeah, these are good.
These work.
But that's the thing is, they said like, oh, he got nerve damage getting yanked out of his mama.
Yeah, he got kicked by a horse.
But his brother talks the same way, Frank.
They both sound like the biggest fucking idiots.
I'm doing it for marketability. I'm like Morgan Freeman. I taught myself to talk like this.
Hey, he's just a Stallone brain. Oh my God.
You just gotta just gotta live your dreams. You know?
If a woman tells you no, you say,
Gotta give her a smack in the mouth. He's just
open
from
palm.
Sean Connery.
I didn't have no father figure, so I watched Sean Connery.
I'm sure Sylvester Stallone's a great guy. Sure, he's seen.
Are you? I'm pretty sure he was a big-time Republican dickhead.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
That's a shame. See him hanging out with Terry Crews. We do the Expendables movies.
think you'd see him hanging out with Terry Crews.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Italian Stallion, no.
Because Terry Crews is racist. See how I flipped that around?
Oh, no!
It's so great. In Joe Biden's America, it's black people who are racist and white people who are oppressed. And you learned that here
On this,
on the Skimbo Lounge.
what are they going to do in Arizona now? It's so dry.
You fucking leathery ass desert people. If there's anyone from Arizona that listens to this podcast, stop. Go away.
Great.
Leave.
Just
Don't come
alienating.
back.
It's so warm today. I can't even believe
Really hot in this room.
it. God, I almost have half a mind just say, let's call it early. I can't even handle it.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting at like 45 minutes right now.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Somewhere around there.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had myself a little hiccup there.
Whoa, Rory.
I'm dying. Thanks, Biden. I can't wait to start doing that.
Global temperatures are rising.
I'm just going to go back. Thanks, Obama.
That was a great thing.
It's all your fault.
My buddy Jameson in college and I used to do. Something would go wrong. We'd be like, welcome to Obama's America. Just be like one of our friends just like taking a shit in a bush and be like, only in Obama's America.
Somebody just hears you out of context. You just get canceled. I'm in college. What do I do? I can't.
That are like, hey, secretly, I agree with you.
I've been blackballed from all the women's study courses. I can't. That's what they called it specifically, which I think is problematic. But hey, what do I know?
I don't know. I never went to the classes because some dumb woman wouldn't stop talking.
Gaslighting isn't real. You made it up because you're a bitch.
That's pretty fucking crazy. I'm going to blow anyone's mind, to anyone that like really listens to this podcast. And we talked about it when we started. You were like, yeah, dude, you went pretty hard on the female listeners and women in general last week. I mean, that was pretty crazy. Do you guys know that I have a minor when I graduated from college? My minor is in women and gender studies.
Did you actually get a minor in women and gender studies?
Legitimately.
That's beautiful.
I took enough classes that my advisor was like, I mean, you literally
do it.
can take one more class and you get a double minor. Because I was a film and television studies minor, theater major, and they were like, you can just be a women and gender study minor if you take one more class. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
I feel like I was a couple away from being a music minor, and I was like, no, I'm good. Fuck it. What's that going to get me? More credit at the McDonald's I'm going to be working in after college? Oh, he was a theater major and a music minor. Put the fries down.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's great, Liberace. I asked for a fish fillet 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. You put too much sauce on this. Yes, you're right, ma'am. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Somewhere your professor is rolling over in their grave. I assume they're dead.
well, yeah. I would have to assume they're dead too because, women are always doing stupid shit like chewing on electrical wires and taking their hairdryer in the bathtub. We all know how much women love to bathe.
Does this make me look pretty? Gig, 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 gig. It's the worst. That's awful. That's the worst thing ever.
Nah, women know they're cool. The ones that would entertain sleeping with me, they're all right with me. The rest of you guys, fuck off.
Yeah. Get your shit together. God.
Get with the program. I'm a dish. I'm a catch.
I am a catch. I'm woke. I'm good looking. My neard is freshly trimmed. Milady. My fedoras have very little cat hair on them, but I mean, let's be honest, you can't get all of it off.
I doff my wicker fedora to you, lady. Would you like to see my Deadpool underwear?
Let's go take a walk into the woods, just the two of us. Let's go on a hike for our first date.
You ever heard the song Possum Kingdom by Toadies?
I wish we could do a poll to see how many creepy guys in Vermont, because of what kind of state it is, have been like, let's go on a hike for our first date. I'd be like, no, you fucking crazy.
Well, creepy guys that have asked people to go on a hike with an ulterior motive, or just clueless guys that are like, how would you like to come out to the woods with me after nightfall?
Yeah, like, I don't understand why it's weird. I do that with my dog Sparks all the time. It's like, well, because I don't fucking know you, and we could get out there like, we finally made it. Where? Your grave, motherfucker! And they just bury you dead or alive. You don't know what their game is. This could be Saw.
You see, Sparks doesn't like women because their screams really put him on edge. He was from a high kill shelter.
Yeah, I don't want to get most dangerous gamed. This goes both ways, too. You invite me for a hike on our first date. I am not going with you. I did that once in Boston with a girl I ended up dating for quite a while. And I looked back at it and I was like, in hindsight, it could have been like I was being invited out for the ritual. We go to the deep-ass part of the woods out in Acadia, Maine, so that we can dance you around this fire. Like, all of a sudden, like, I'm out there, like, this is fun. And then just people start coming out of the woods, chanting in cat masks.
Chee-choo, chee-choo.
I look back at all the people that were in the car with me this whole way. I'm like, oh, man, I'm getting some midsummer feels here. And I get sewn into a bear, and they just cook me on a fire. We'll have better crops this year. Yay!
Like, you guys are my best friends while all your organs just boil inside the bear.
Yeah. You know,
Best summer ever.
like, I think about it now. I'm like, man, you were dumb. You were dumb. She was cute. You liked her, and you followed her to a tent in Maine.
There's something kind of beautiful about that, Rory. You were willing to die for true love.
And then Hip to Be Square's playing, and I'm getting taken apart with a keyhole saw.
Yeah, the next guy she takes out, she's like, would you like a hard-boiled egg? And it's just your testicle.
Yeah. We got to move these things quick. He's paler than usual. I'm not sure how long these organs are going to last on ice. It's Hip to Be Square.
Guy ate a lot of pork.
Yep. Yeah.
That happened,
I don't even know if these things are good. He is riddled with tumors.
wow. He's like a lab rat from KFC. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. KFC, you guys got KFC? Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
I'm hungry.
Just stick one in my open chest cavity. My body will absorb it.
That's so... Yeah. So, it's just what a great metaphor for my love life. Just getting taken apart with a keyhole saw.
Women cutting you open
in Acadia, Maine.
taking your guts out. Mm-hmm. That happened to me. I actually started hanging out with a friend of the pod, and I don't know if she wants her name mentioned on this at all, so I won't.
Sure.
But the first time we hung out, we ended up going for this long walk on like a path, like a bike/running path through some woods, but it started getting dark really early. And I was like, in no part of me was like, I'm going to get killed. But I'm like, I hope she doesn't like, is she just waiting for me to try to kill her? I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't want her to think that I'm out here to kill her when in reality, that's just my sexist brain assuming that she's not out here to kill me.
Maybe I should just kill myself.
And then like the knife, like she pulls out that big Bowie knife, like, oh, thank God. I feel so much better. Blah, and you're dead.
At least I'm not a male chauvinist pig.
Yeah, because you spent that last couple of moments going, oh, thank God I was right about her wanting to murder me. And you don't even, like, there's not even defensive wounds on you. She just gets you nice and clean.
This is a victory for feminism. And she just taps me in the ear.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we had a very lovely time.
And the first one just cures your brain. Like, he's like, oh, it's like it was a perfect lobotomy. And then she gets you again and you die.
Yeah. First time I'm like, wow, I'm woke.
I have some clarity. Dead. Just that one moment, like Neo and Morpheus in that ship, coming out of the clouds in the Matrix, seeing the sun before plummeting back down to Earth.
Or it's like the cable guy where Jim Carrey gets punched in the face.
My
lisp is gone. Whack.
Whack.
Oh, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's a wonderful... That sounds great for you.
Yeah.
You never know. That maybe the first time she was just trying to lure you into a false sense of security, and next time you go to hang out, that's when you get lured into the woods and the fire and the cat costumes come out, and you get, I assume some sort of Egyptian god as you're getting sacrificed to.
Yeah.
The cat thing. It just...
Anubis.
Yeah. Like, no, it's Gaelic, actually. These are all just... We love cats.
That or it's just some weird cult that, like, they're obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. Just year-round. Boys and girls of every age.
Guys, I think you just like killing people, and you should admit it to yourselves.
Yeah, you're using this movie as an excuse to make your identity being creepy.
Are you guys even going to eat me afterwards? Because if not, that's pretty wasteful, guys.
Come on. People are starving.
Yeah. At least eat me. Just...
I'd like to be eaten by woke cannibals. Thank you very much.
Make my fat into candles.
Please turn my pelvis into an iPhone case.
Yeah. I don't know. None of these are those self-starting logs. I've never looked up those. I'm not sure if they're environmentally friendly.
Guys, this is just disappointing.
I mean, come on. You're going to lure me out here. You guys can't build a proper fire. Here, let me help you. Just someone cut me down for a second. Oh, there you go. You got it.
Oh, God.
That sounds like a great future. I give it like a week and a half before this happens.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone's going to get at me on Tinder soon enough. And honestly, I feel like half the people who contact me on Tinder are murderers. So
some undercover Trump supporter who's like, I really liked your podcast.
They're always
I
like,
hate Donald Trump too. Want to hang out?
See, this is secretly why height is so important to women on Tinder, so they can build the pyre properly.
Yes. To the exact specification.
Got to know what size pole to get. Last time it was embarrassing. We had to cuff him below instead of up above, and it's just a weird look. He almost shimmied away.
Girls are like, are you? Because they always ask me
Tom
that.
had to hit him with a shovel. It was more gurgling than screaming. It wasn't as fun.
Girls always ask me that. They're like, are you really 6'3"? I'm like, yeah. And I feel like it must be a like measure twice, cut once type thing.
Just wanted to be sure.
I'm not going to build this Wicker Man or like build an Iron Maiden and not have you fit in it.
Next time they ask you, you just be like, yes, in spirit. And just see what they say. Unmatched immediately.
I'm 6'3" on the inside. Yep. I got off the old dating apps, but I think I might get back on them, and maybe next week when we reconvene, we'll tell some fun stories.
I feel like I'm on there purely for validation because I don't talk to anybody. I play the game of like, who's gonna talk to me? And spoiler, it's nobody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you any different from any of these like duck lip, push up bra, vapid girls who are like, I like whiskey and adventure?
Yeah,
You're not.
No, you're not. I'm not at all.
No, well, at least you admit it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm on Tinder. They're on Tinder, but none of them talk to me. I don't talk to them. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see what somebody says one of these days. That'll be the person I talk to, whether we go on a date or not. Because chances are the answer is still no. Like, because if someone ever reaches out, they go, "Hey, how's your day going?" I'm expected to come up with like some fucking brilliant, thoughtful come on.
Because if you just go, it's going good. How about yours? They're like, oh, so boring.
Yeah, and that's it.
Which is fucking hilarious because I actually legitimately wrote on my profile once.
I get a lot of the one answers.
If guys have to do better than a one-word greeting, then so do you on Bumble because women have to contact you on Bumble. So I was like, hey, if guys have to do better than hey
is for horses.
You need to as well. And I immediately get a fucking message from a girl who's just like, hey.
You get harassed.
And I was like, here's the deal. If you're doing this satirically, you made it
Bravo.
through the next round. If you're genuinely just trying to get my attention with hey, you are greatly overestimating how attracted I am to you. Now, granted, I am pathetic. I am desperate. And I definitely masturbate to old pictures of myself when I was super fat. And that's a whole own thing. But that doesn't mean I'll go out with you automatically. You have to do better.
Like, thanks for the novel, douchebag. Unmatched.
Yeah. Ew, you used to be fat. That's all she gets out of it. I'm still fat on the inside.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got to get off. I always do the social dating thing, and then I get super jaded at a certain point, and I go, I don't even know if I'd respond, even if you did say hello.
It's a constant game of delete, reinstall, delete, reinstall.
There's just a certain level of effort that I feel like, look, I get dating isn't an effortless thing, but there's a certain aspect to online dating that is so fucking forced. I'd rather just like have an organic back and forth with someone where it's like you're not like, you don't really have to try. They're not trying. You're not trying. You're not trying to impress each other with anything. You're just having legitimate conversations. You're not trying to hide who you are from that person out of fear that they're going to find out that you are one. There's one thing that's like, oh my God, it's the one thing that I'm like, I get it. If they want to have kids and you don't want to have kids, like there's that's a legitimate reason to break up with somebody. But it being like, oh my God, you like fast food or like something stupid, like you're a vegan and I'm not, and it's just not going to work out. Like maybe there's some hardline things like that, like if you're really ideologically against food, but you get what I'm saying. Like
ideologically against food,
I mean,
I refuse to eat
meat against good food. Take that, vegans. No.
I have a paste enema.
You get what I'm saying, though. Like there's just these weird arbitrary lines. Like I've never looked at someone and be like, if you're taller than me, which would be good for you if you're 6'4" and a chick.
Yeah,
like,
do you play women's league basketball?
I'll totally go out on a date with you. Are you kidding? A woman taller than me? That sounds fun.
I'd be kind of
6'5",
nice,
6'6", as long as you're a decent person. Because the one woman I remember being taller than me in high school was a shit. She was an asshole.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
she's just a wicked tall chick, and I was like, I don't know if she was a nice person. I'd go out on a date with her. If she's like has trouble dating guys because she's super tall, I thought she was kind of cute. And then you talk to her for 5 seconds, you're like, wow, you're a fucking asshole. And I was like, well, forget it. Like, thank God I don't have like a super tall chick fetish because there's 3 of you, huzzah!
Honestly,
I'll climb that tree.
it'd be kind of comforting, wouldn't it, to have a woman that's so tall she can just kind of hold you.
Oh my God, you're 6'7", and we got to get out of this restaurant right now. There's a crime about to be committed.
Let's go make giraffe sex behind the
Yep.
dumpster.
Our kids are going to play basketball one way or another. Let's go. I can't teach. I'm not coordinated.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. We're both white. God damn it.
God damn it.
We can make those jokes now.
Yeah.
Because we're a woke podcast. And the more we say it, the more true it is.
That's not to say that I wouldn't date a tall black woman either.
Oh, sure.
You fucking fascists
I would
out there, you
prefer
think
it.
that shit. Don't you pigeonhole. Don't you put baby in a corner. But yeah, no, I don't. I've never looked at her like, no, she's too short for me. Usually, like, that woman looks at me and goes, "You're way too fucking tall. It's ridiculous. You've got to like get on your knees for us to kiss." And I'm like, "I'll fucking do whatever, baby. Just don't leave me because I'm too tall." It's so ironic. Everyone wants a tall, and then they leave.
Please.
This isn't a happy story. We're talking about relationships. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's so weird that there's all those arbitrary lines, though. I've never looked at a woman and gone, "You're too tall or too short." But it seems like half of every profile I see has height involved.
Height, and there's all
I would love for
kinds of
somebody to
stuff.
explain that to me.
If you're holding a fish in your picture, swipe left. If you
not like
voted for Trump, swipe left.
It just
Like,
seems like it's one of those things that, like, dude, I get the political thing too, because eventually that's going to get grating. If you're like a hard liberal and every day your boyfriend or girlfriend comes in and like picks at you about Trump shit, or like,
well, yeah, if they have like
fucking
MAGA,
Biden's coming for your guns, Rory. It's weird. You watch out. It's,
they have MAGA brand condoms that they insist on fucking you with. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
If both
When
of
you
your
mean I
identities
can't
are
hang
your
my
politics,
Confederate flag in our bedroom.
it's heritage, not hate, baby.
Yeah, I just be like, we can't, this is not going to work out, I
But
think.
if you're two people who made politics your identity, then you should be together. Like George and Kellyanne Conway. Just remove yourself from the dating pool. For the rest of the people who go, yeah, I have political beliefs, but it's
that's why
not what I
we're-
lead with. It's not my personality.
Well, that's why we're starting our new dating site, bigotsdate.com.
There you go.
That's right. And it's just
Oh
like,
my god, I thought of a terrible
farmers
terrible
or-
name for it.
I'm sure you did.
A terrible name.
Is it something that you can say or you can't say?
I cannot. It's let's just put it this way. It would be like Tinder or Grindr, where you like remove one letter, but you use the N-word to do it. And that's the name of the bigot dating app.
Yeah.
It's not as funny when I can't say it.
I feel like that wouldn't attract those people. I feel like it would attract, that'd be like a dating site for 15 to 17-year-old 4chan
4chan.
users. Yeah. This is so funny. Look at all the cucks.
It's just a bunch of teenage guys talking to other teenage white guys.
As women, pretending to be women.
Just catfishing
Just
each other.
catfishing each other for the lulz.
How big's your pussy?
It's two men
Pretty big.
pretending to be lesbians, trolling each other.
Sending each other pictures of like plus size models.
And then they meet up one day and it's fine, guys. You're gay. It's cool. And then they just blow each other in the dark.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Mouth's a mouth, right?
Yeah. And then they just go, that's fine. And they were gay the whole time. And no one judges them except for themselves and their other asshole
And their
friends.
parents.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, because what kind of family raises that shit?
Welcome to Biden's America.
Fucking Biden's America, man.
We're just gonna have rednecks having sex with each other.
turning
in
the
public
4chaners
parks.
gay. It was the frogs and now it's the 4chans.
God damn it, Kamala!
Who will,
You done and turned all our internet racist gay.
who will speak for the Anons? All right.
I think that's probably as good as anywhere to
That's
stop.
fine
I think
with me. Yeah, we rambled on for a while. It's too fucking hot in here.
It's hot in here. It's hard to be this woke.
Yeah, I can't.
You work up a sweat.
I think we learned a lot today, like that I got to get off social dating because I'm undateable.
I got to get back on it because I got people I got to fuck with. Not fuck, because I don't ever get laid.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you made that distinction. That was important.
Yeah, no. It's just like, catfishing. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Catch
so
the wave.
woke. Yeah.
It's pretty woke of me to.
For next episode, we'll go through our emails and see who lets Alex use their picture to catfish people on Tinder.
Oh, that's a story I've told on here before, I think.
What, that you catfish people with a friend's
Where I
photos?
Yeah, I asked my friend from Indiana. I was like, dude, it's no secret you're very handsome. It's reflected in the way that you act because you're stupid and entitled.
It's in the way that... Sorry, go on, sorry.
But I was like, yo, can I use your pictures for an experiment? Like, I don't want to blow up your spot because he's a girlfriend and everything. I was like,
Yep.
I don't want to blow up your spot. Feel free to say no. But if I could use your pictures for a social experiment, I would really appreciate it. And all it was just seeing what I already knew, which is, hey, if I put up hot pictures of a hot guy with his shirt off, will
people treat
women
me
talk
different?
to me? And then I literally could say the dumbest shit ever, and they'd be like, you're so funny. I'd be like, I ate ravioli for dinner. And they're like, that's so random.
Do you want to come over and eat ravioli off of me?
And I think you could eat ravioli out of my pussy.
Well, it's weird because I thought you were joking and being hyperbolic when you said it, and then I saw the messages.
You were with me, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure, when I was doing it.
There was a couple of times you were like, look at what this chick, I am literally just being mean, and she asked me if I was free tonight.
There was that one girl, yeah, she was like,
She just wanted to bang you.
English was not her first language.
There's nothing
Well,
wrong
she
with
wanted
that.
to bang my friend.
Yeah.
But English was not her first language, so she said something like, I am like given to sweat or something like that. I'm like, I don't quite understand. And she was like, how do you say? And then the idea was, I'm wet for you.
Oh, great.
And at first you're like, fuck yeah. And then you realize you're like,
Aw.
it's for Kevin, not for me.
There's a reason he's got a pretty girlfriend.
Oh, she's so wet
And I'm
for Kevin.
sitting here trolling a hottie.
I'm wet too because I'm fat, so I'm just always kind of clammy.
That's the way it goes, man. That's life.
Yeah.
Some people just don't care. They just want what they want when they want it.
Then you learn to accept it, and
Yeah, for whatever, everybody's out looking for their own thing. You can't
that's
really
why I'm a
blame it.
proud incel.
And you never know that chick wouldn't have swiped right on you if you'd used your own photos. Except that you're fairly certain that's the case.
Fairly confident that she'd take one look at my fucking asymmetrical ass face and say, no thank you.
I was looking for a slice of beef, and you look like a slice of pork.
Yeah, you look like a steakum that got
Are
left in the
are
sun.
those things different? Yeah, it sounded better in my head.
I don't know. I'm hot. I don't need to know animals.
I don't need to know metaphors that tell you you're gross. Seriously, where's Kevin? You just show up anyways.
I want to go back to Kevin.
Hey, baby, I got in a car accident.
Part of me did almost be like, yeah, I fell into an industrial vat of lard and this happened. Crazy, right? Anyway.
Can I come in? She's like, You're already here, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, the world works in mysterious ways sometimes.
Don't tell anyone about this. Oh, baby, you don't got to worry. I have no friends.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell anybody. Because who would listen?
No
Don't
one
believe
would
me.
believe me. I'm a fat white male.
Yes. Come in, won't you? Quick, get off the street. There are cameras. All right.
Well, do you have anything else you want to plug?
Nope, not this week. Of course, I mean, there's the political podcast that I do, Political Rants, and you have obviously Out on That Line.
Progressive rants. Jesus Christ.
What'd I
Rory.
say?
Political rants.
Political Rants. I'm sorry. I'm tired, and I'm warm. Progressive Rants. We're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter because I just harass the shit out of politicians and the people who support them.
It's pretty funny. What is your Twitter handle? Prog
Rants Pod.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Prog Rants Pod.
I do believe so.
Got it.
Don't quote me.
We're obviously at Skimbo Lounge, so every now and then I'll go like 3 days without using it, and then I'll be like, hey, do you know jellyfish take a dump inside their own body? Fun fact.
Nutrients. Hashtag nutrients.
People are like, wow, that's really interesting. I'm like, I made that up.
Hashtag Kendall Jenner.
Remember when she did that racist Pepsi ad? I do.
Yep. That was some great CGI. She's actually not a real person. She doesn't exist. Have you ever seen Kendall Jenner in person? Hashtag Kendall Jenner's a hologram.
She's several Albanian midgets operating a sophisticated hologram. Excuse me, little people.
That's great.
I forgot we're a woke pod.
Yeah.
No more midget.
Good
Except
job
to say
catching
midget
yourself.
is a bad thing to say. Cannot say midget. So stop saying midget. Midget.
You got anything to plug?
No, Out on That Line music podcast. Listen to that. And also
Okey-dokey.
catch me at Magoobies this weekend. I'm back, baby.
You got on band?
Oh, yeah. Joe Biden's America. They were like, we need you at the Goob.
Yep.
Which is what insiders call Magoobies Comedy Club in Baltimore.
That and $20 get you back on stage. I'm in.
We got a lot of cocktail waitresses that need to be serviced, and you're the only one gross enough to do it.
I thought you were about to be like, we got a lot of waitresses that need to be harassed by an asshole on stage, and they're the only one who does it.
You just do it so well. Like, it's impossible for women not to hate you.
What's the deal with brooms? Doris, they need more coffee at table 9.
I understand you're moving slower after your hysterectomy, but please
Oh,
make it so.
All right.
What kind of stupid woman has her uterus removed? Am I right, folks?
Yeah.
Just the dead crowd.
Just people eating their pancakes. It's a diner.
It's literally just me with a plastic bag over my head just shouting.
Hey, man, listen, people come here to eat breakfast. High students come here to eat breakfast at 11, and the truckers are trying to ride out their meth. Just shut up and say stupid shit into the mic.
Can't you just have the courtesy to OD in the bathroom like the rest of the junkies?
That is making everybody's problem.
All right. Well, that's the end of the first podcast of Joe Biden's America. I guess it's
the last one of the last podcasts of Trump's America.
Yeah, I guess we've got the lame duck era coming.
Yep, that's what this is. The beginning of the lame duck podcast.
Yes. Let's just make every episode until Trump gets out of office really shitty and boring.
I think we did a good job this week.
I think so too. I think this one was real hit or miss.
Yeah, people love it.
Yep.
I think that's what
They sure do.
It was great.
They sure do love mediocrity. Mediocrity gets you pears.
Oh, what fun.
Well, for another week, your two wokest friends you know say thank you. Go fuck yourselves. And goodbye.